everyone, Tim Brown. Welcome back to my Apple podcast. Apple is celebrating 30 years of the Mac. And you can check this out on Apple's website at apple.com/30-years. Beautiful website they set up. You can see it right behind me now. I'm going to scroll through the site. You scroll down, you see there's beautiful animations and parallax scrolling and so forth. And you can just scroll through the years. Each year highlights a different person that represents some of the features associated with the innovations of that particular year. So it's really nice, very well done. I would check it out. Looks fantastic. Okay, for this episode, I want to focus on Pencil and Paper by 53. As you know, Paper is the wonderful sketch application made for the iPad that allows you to create beautiful sketches with a wonderful user interface. I offered a review of this about a year ago, and I want to review it again because now 53 offers another fabulous product. It's called Pencil. Pencil for Paper. So I'm going to cover how Pencil and Paper work together for this episode. So let's take a look. Okay, so you're now looking at Paper by 53. And as you can see here, there are several journals that I have set up. The one on the left-hand side is one that's set up by default by the developers. They've actually created drawings using Paper to explain how to use the application, which is really nice. You pinch in to navigate through the app. And you can see I have several journals set up here. To set up your own journal, if you want to set up an additional journal, just hit the plus symbol and it inserts a new journal into the list. Tap on the eye icon and you can then go in and customize the title. And you can go to your camera library and also add some images to customize your own cover if you want to do that. So it's a really nice user interface. And let's go ahead and look inside Paper to see what it looks like. So here's a drawing that I've been working on. Yesterday, I actually had a family program, and I shared this program with kids who were participating in the program, and they were working on several iPads that I had set up. And I was using this for demo purposes, so it was a lot of fun to do. I'm going to walk you through all the tools. If you haven't used Paper before, you come with one tool on the left-hand side, including an eraser, and you have to purchase the other four for $1.99. You also have to purchase the color mixer seen here. I'm going to show you how all these work. So on the right-hand side is where you access your colors, and you can scroll through them by just swiping up and down with your finger. You can also color backgrounds. It's a really nice feature. So you can select any color, press and hold, and it'll become larger, and you just drag it on top of your picture, and it covers the entire picture. Now, they have a nice shortcut for this too. Some beautiful gestures with this app. You take two fingers and you go counterclockwise with them on the surface, and it will undo anything that you've done. So that's what I'm going to do. And voila, my picture has returned. So it's a really nice feature. You can also add these colors to your color mixer once you've purchased it. So if I select this blue color, I can begin to add it to the larger color, which is my palette. And I can just start turning it and mixing it inside, and it'll gradually start to change that color. And now I'm going to apply that color to my drawing, which is really nice. You can add or use a variety of different tools. So on the right-hand side is the watercolor brush. And it goes on like a watercolor brush. And that's why I call it watercolor, because it's very transparent. As you can see, as I'm applying it, it's going on transparent like a wash. What's nice about using this tool, that when you're going over colors, it doesn't cover them, but it helps to create a more even tonality throughout if you want to use it that way. There's also a very thin pen tool that you can use for very delicate drawing. And then there's another tool that's more like a marker, provides a much bolder line. If you want to use a bolder line, you can see though this line is still transparent, but it's nice and clear. I'm going to do a redo there with the two fingers. And then there's also this tool here. Again, very delicate line. You can barely see that. If I change to a lighter color. Now it's very delicate. You can barely see that one. You want to do that for lighter sketches when you have a white surface. Now this pen on the left-hand side is more like a calligraphy pen. Works very nicely. It gives you this beautiful calligraphic line. And what's nice too, if you go fast, you can actually get a thick line. So if I was to go real fast, you can see the line is a lot thicker. So, okay, that's my favorite tool. I really like it. I just like the beauty of the line. It's very nice. So I'm undoing a few things here. So those are the basic tools. You can also, when you're using the color wheel, if you don't want to mix colors in with your finger, you can actually just tap on the wheel and it'll bring up a slider menu. And you can use that slider to go through and explore all the different colors, including the tints and shades, that is the lights and darks that you want to add to your color as you make your adjustments. And you get used to it after a while. You know, I like to use the tool of cross-hatching to give the drawing a nice sketchy look. There's also this tool that's much more opaque. So I'm actually able to cover the areas that I'm coloring in. So you kind of get used to what the tools can actually do. So for example, if I was to then use a watercolor brush, then go over it with a yellow color, you'll see that because it's transparent, it's going to go over the more densely applied colors without covering them, but adding kind of a little wash over top of them. Another thing about what I'm calling the watercolor brush tool is that you have to go very slowly with it if you want to get a nice even wash. If you go fast with it like this, you know, it becomes like a staccato effect, and you may want that or you may not, but if you go slowly, you get a nice even wash over the area. So you can see that wash is starting to fill in just a bit. I'm gonna do a couple of two-finger gestures to undo that. Now it would be nice to add a nice little blue wash to this. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue in there. And then slowly just start adding a blue wash. So as you can see, my sky now is getting blue. I'm going very slowly with this. That's how you get a more even wash. That's how you use the basic tools. When you want to escape out of the app, you just pinch, go back to your book, pinch again, and it goes back to the journal phase. Now what's also nice too is that you can browse other drawings by other people. Paper they have a blog set up. So if you tap on that, you can actually browse through all the other drawings that they have set up, which is really nice. I'm going to go back, just pinch in, and you're right back to where you were with your journals. Now paper also comes with some other pretty cool tricks. For one, you can actually swap drawings. So let's just say I open here, have this sketch here, and I want it to go somewhere else. So I can actually go ahead and press and hold on this sketch, and then swipe through the other books, and then just drop it right in that other book, which is really cool. So you're just pressing and holding and then swiping with the other finger to navigate through the books, and then releasing and letting it drop right in, which is really nice. Another nice feature that I really like, I like the two-finger counterclockwise gesture to undo. I also love the eyedropper tool. So the eyedropper tool basically allows you to get details. So let's just say I want to go in and really fine-tune the trees. I can take two fingers and just pinch open like that, and it'll create like a little spyglass. You see that? And then I can go in and choose a color that I want. I'm going to go ahead and mix that green color in to my palette wheel here. Then I'm going to use this pen on the left, and I'm just going to do a little cross hatching in here to kind of change this color here. And then pinch in to get rid of it. So you can really go in and really fine tune your details that way. Another very nice feature. Okay, now I want to share with you a product that 53 came out with. It's called Pencil. Pencil for paper. And it's basically a stylus that they came out with that pairs wonderfully with the iPad. So with this tool selected, as you can see, I have the black charcoal color. It looks elegant. I have a tip here and an eraser here on this side, which you can call a virtual eraser. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when you first pair it with paper. So as you can see on the screen, on the left-hand side, there's a little icon next to the eraser. I'm going to go ahead and take this pencil and just pair it. And you'll see a wheel start to turn, and then it will become white, and that means that you're now paired. So with pencil pair with paper, I can now go ahead and draw with pencil. And what's really nice is you see here now, all of a sudden I have a lot more control over my lines. A lot more control. It's beautiful. I mean, I just love how elegant it is. I really feel like I'm holding a pencil. I mean, no joke. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. What's also nice about paper or pencil for paper is that you can also use this side as an eraser. So rather than use the virtual eraser that's in the toolbar, you can just flip it over and just start erasing. What's nice about this, it gives me a lot more control once again over the different areas that I'm erasing. A lot more control. Pretty nice. And without even having to switch tools, I just go back to the point and then just start coloring in the area once again. What's also nice about pencil is that it charges, and you can get it charged fully in 90 minutes. And you pull the tip out, you'll see that there's a little USB charger. You can just plug this right into the side of your computer, charge it. If it's not charged and you need to fully charge it, I think they recommend that it takes about 90 minutes. And it just slides right back in, and you're good to go. It comes in two types. I have the black charcoal color, but it also comes in a wood grain color as well. This is a beautiful, beautiful stylus. Works excellent with paper. Try it out. So that is Paper and Pencil by 53. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of My Apple Podcast. My name is Tim Brown. You can check me out at myapplepodcast.com. You can check me out at facebook.com/myapplepodcast and youtube.com/myapplepodcast. Until then, I'll see you next time.